Welcome, P6 members. My name is Anatori P. I'm glad to have you in this lesson as we go through this topic of debating. In today's lesson, we have a list of words. The words that we have here are all concerned with the topic we are talking about, which is debating. So in the debate, we have these words like argue. The task I need you to do is to go through with me in this spelling exercise. We are going to spell the word argue. Argue. A-R-G-U-E. Argue. Number 2, we have argument. Argument is A-R-G-U-M-E-N-T. Argument. Argument. A-R-G-U-M-E-N-T. Argument. The third word is argumentative. Argumentative. A-R-G-U-M-E-N-T-A-T-I-V-E. Argumentative. Conclude. Conclude. C-O-N-C-L-U-D-E. Conclude. Chairperson. Chairperson. C-H-A-I-R-P-E-R-S-O-N. Chairperson. Opinion. Opinion. Motion. Motion. M-O-T-I-O-N. Motion. Current. Current. C-U-R-R-E-N-T. Current. Speaker. Speaker. S-P-E-A-K-E-R. Speaker. Oppose. Oppose. O-P-P-O-S-E. Oppose. Proposer. Opposer. O-P-P-O-S-E-R. Opposer. Proposer. Proposer. P-R-O-P-E, sorry, P-R-O-P-O-S-E-R. Proposer. Point. P-O-I-N-T. Point. Point of order. Point of order. We shall spell the word order. O-R-D-E-R. Order. Point of inquiry. Can we say the word again as inquiry? I-N-Q-U-I-R-Y. Inquiry. Secretary. Secretary. S-E-C-R-E-T-A-R-Y. Secretary. We have roles. Roles. R-O-L-E-S. Roles. Timekeeper. Timekeeper. T-I-M-E-K-E-E-P-E-R. Timekeeper. So as you go through these words, you see some of the words are related. They have something in common. Meaning that some of these words are formed from their colleagues, their friends. So like look at the word argue. Argument. Then argumentative. All the words have relationship. Argument comes from the word argue. Argument comes from the word argue. Secondly, we can also form another word called argumentative from the word argue. To argue means to disagree on a certain point, to express your own views that make you feel it is not right from your colleague whom you are talking to. Take an example in our debate. The opposers or people speaking against the motion are the one we call the opposers. They always argue much to win the motion, which is the topic to be discussed in the debate. So we have seen the opposers are those people who speak against the motion. The motion is the topic to be discussed in a debate. Then what they are doing in their expression of their views as they are speaking, they are arguing. Even the word argue can change to arguing, argued in the past tense. So we can say argue, argues, arguing, then argued. Then we have conclude. This means to come to an end of something. For example, at the end of this lesson, I will conclude it with a word of wisdom. Then, if I come back here to conclude in debate, relating to debate, most of the speakers in the debate have to conclude their views. You give your opinion at the end of your point, at the end of your view. So that is to conclude. It can also change to conclusion. Conclusion. We can say, we need to hear your conclusion about this motion. We need to hear your view or your conclusion about the motion. What you give, summing up what you think, is what we call the conclusion, and it comes from the word conclude. Then we have the chairperson. The chairperson is the person that is in charge of the debate. He takes the control of all the activities that take place in the debate. Like, as we can compare to our parliament, the speaker is the person in charge of the whole parliament. And the sessions that are taking place, he or she takes the decisions over them. So in the debate as well, the chairperson takes all the control. He's the person to call people to come and debate or express their views in the debate. Current refers to what is taking place at that time, like I'm currently talking to you. So, current refers to what is taking place at that time. We can also have current speakers. I'm talking, I'm speaking. Right now, I become the current speaker. When I go and sit, you will give me the opposite of current. There I will be the pre-current speaker. So the opposite of current speaker is the pre-current speaker. Then we have oppose. As I told you earlier, to oppose means to speak against something. You are opposing the motion, meaning that if the motion stated, give me an example of the motion. Children should be allowed with phones at school. You know how important phones are and how dangerous they are to children at school. Therefore, you may say no to my opinion, to my view, to my point. children should not go to school with phones. Therefore, you say, I am an opposer. I oppose the motion with my views. You will give all your lists, a list of your opinions to oppose, to say against, to speak against the motion. So you become an opposer. Then we have the proposer. The proposer is this person who speaks in support of the motion. As I earlier told you, the motion is the topic to be discussed in the debate. Therefore, the opposer is always agreeing to whatever is happening in the motion. If the motion says children should be allowed to school with phones, then he says or she says yes. Point of order. This is a point that is raised in the debate when we want to put something in order. Take an example. The debate is going on. People are moving out and in without control. One member in the debate may ask or raise this point and say, point of order. Is it in order for people to keep moving in and interrupt the debate? Then automatically the chairperson will take the control and put the debate back to order. So it is always raised when we want to put the debate on order. At times, some people use aggressive words in the debate. One speaks against the side badly. So one can raise that point. Is it in order to insult me in this debate? Then the chairperson will put the debate back to its order. So that is all about the point of order. Point of inquiry is always raised when one wants to know something more about what the one has spoken. For example, point of inquiry is raised when you want to ask the current speaker, as I told you, what you don't know. Someone may say, take an example. Someone says a point, and then you are not aware or you have not got well what he or she has said. You raise the point of inquiry to ask what you want to understand in the debate. Then lastly here we have, second last, we have the secretary, who is the person, this can be a boy, can be a girl, in a debate, who takes the views that have been discussed in the debate. So whenever the speakers are speaking their views, giving out their stand on the motion, the work of the secretary is to always write them down, such that they can refer to them at the end of the debate and in the time to come. Then we have the timekeeper. This is the person in charge of limiting time. I can call it limiting time because he takes charge to see that every speaker in this debate uses the appropriate and the given time, not proceeding and making his or her speeches long. So when we come to word building, these are the activities we go through to get conversant with these words we have looked at. For example, we may say, write the words below correctly. The words given in this order are wrongly written. What I want you to do, my dear sub-candidates, I want you to help me. We arrange each letter to form a correct word. Given example number 1, we have UGEAR, which we have thought to correct and make the word argue. My dear boys and girls, can you help me, we order word number 2. The simple procedure is you can get to a rough paper and then, or the other space, and then you try out these letters to see that you make a word related to any of these words here. For example, if I'm to go through this number 2, I can begin with R, as number 1. I go to O and make it number 2. L, number 3 in the position. Then E, number 4 in the position. So if I read them in their order, they form a word. Which word do we come up with? R, O, L, and E. So we have formed the word roar. From the word that has been given here, which is jumbled, we form the word roar. I hope you can go through all and form the same, following the procedure I have given you. So I feel you can do C, D, E, and F by your own, on your own. Let's come to activity number 2, where we are looking at forming other words from the words below. We can form other words from these words we have been given, and that is oppose as number 1. Oppose can change to opposer as the second word. Can we think of the third word that can be formed from the word oppose? Thank you. Opposition. This is not a new word to you. Opposition. We have always heard of the opposition in the government. We have always heard of the opposition in the debate. Even today, as I come to speak to you, sorry, this is P-P-O-S-I-T-I-O-N, opposition. So we form the word opposer and then opposition from the word oppose. Conclude. We can form other words like concluding, then lastly you can also form another word which is conclusion. Argue. We have argue. We can form argument. You can also form argumentative from the word argue. Even arguing. You can also form argues. For example, you can say, he argues a lot in the debate. He argues a lot in the debate. D, we have speak. Another word we can form from speak. Speaker. What else? We can as well form the word speech from the word speak. And speech is S-P-E-E-C-H. Speech can as well be formed from the word speak. So we have speak, speaker, as well as speech. Then we have E as propose. Propose can as well change to proposer and that is the person who speaks in support of the motion. Then we have proposition, and this is the side that is taken by the people in the debate, the proposition side, the side which speaks in favor of the motion. My dear boys and girls, I want us to go through this activity and form more words or related words that can make our sentences correct. You will read through the sentence and you see which form of that word suits the best in the gap that we have left you. Number one, the opposer's dash was very impressive. The opposer's dash was very impressive. In brackets, we have speak. When you come to the word speak, we had a variety of words formed from it. What do you think can fit in that position? Could it be the opposer's speaker? Could it be the opposer's speech? So you choose which can fit in our sentence, and then you read through and see which one makes it correct. So for number one, I can say the opposer's speech was very impressive. Hope you can go on and complete the exercise by yourself, forming those words from the words we have given you in brackets. Dear boys and girls, I want to thank you for listening to me and being good pupils. Please keep a distance, sanitize, and always wear your mask. Corona is there and it kills. I wish you the best for today.